Hi there. So I'm going to print one of my boho designs, and I'm using all the blues and dark green and black and gold. So I've got a piece of card here. I always work on card, and then it can be framed nicely. Let's have a look. Let's start with, I'm going to start with a dark ultramarine. I'll add a little bit of black to it as well. Now, I just want to cover the card with patches. So let's start with this. Patches of colour. Look how rich that is. Rich and patchy, which is exactly what I want. I'll go with some black. I'll leave that blue on the roller. Some more. Nice and dark. Let's go in with the green now. This. And I want it to go dark. There you go. So I'll leave that black on there. And dark green. There we are. Let's do a bit more there. See? Cover it a little bit more. There. There. Right. This is looking nice. I'll do a bit more green, I think. Now, I know I could just paint it on, and I do that sometimes, but I just like the jelly plate. I like to use it as a palette as well. Mix the colours on it. There. Now I want all the blues and some green. There. How's that look? You can always fill these bits in as well. Roll it right onto it. And there. There. Right, let's let that dry. Now, obviously, I'm going to be using the light colours over this. And, you know, over the darks to show up nicely. There. Always keep a nice damp cloth to wipe off the brayers a little bit. Right, this is looking good. Now, what I like is the gold paper. So I'll see if I can find any. I do have some gold leaf, but let's put a bit of gold leaf on there. See if it'll stick to the not much. Let's put some glue on there. Put a bit of glue on there. Whoops. Just a little bit of PVA glue. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, there. Just do that there. I prefer the, be honest with you, I prefer the chocolate bar wrappers. I'll see if I can find any. Right, found some old chocolate bar wrapper paper, and I like squares of it rather than this. I'll leave that on, but I'm not mad about it. Let's have some of this. Let's put some over the black. Some over the black. Yeah, right, and I want it just on the gold. Let's see, I think I like this. Yeah, I like that. Now, let's mask that. And this. Oh. Yeah. Let's mask that. And then let's go like this. This is on a piece of Perspex, so it allows you to see through as well. Look, exactly where you're going, which is a good idea. There you go. That's what I wanted. There you go. It's exactly what I wanted. I'll do the same with this one with a different pattern. Hang on. Right. Let's do the same with this one. Just mask it. Let's put some black on there. That might not be enough, but it might be. Let's do this. This will be nice. I think. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's do a double one and put it here so you can aim it, you see, because you can see through it, which I find really handy. It's just a piece of thick Perspex, and I've got one for my if you keep your jelly plate clean, it just sticks to it itself. Sometimes if the jelly plate is dirty, see, it's really sticking like glue, but there's no glue there. If your jelly plate has a build up, you put it on there, it won't stick. So all you've got to do is clean your jelly plate. And how I always clean mine, I don't know about you, I use tape. I'll demonstrate it for you. It's got to be packing tape, this packing tape. Sellotape doesn't work. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. But this does work. Sometimes I leave it on for a while. See? Oh, there you go. There you go. All that paint has come off, look. And there wasn't really that much on. So, there we are. Right, let's let this dry and come back. There we go. Right, this is looking okay, isn't it? I'll put a bit more gold on it, I think, here. Let's put a bit more gold on it. There. What shall we do? Shall we do these? Let's put the gold here. Such a handy tool, this. And what I usually do is like think of a song, a lovely song lyric, you know, like Love Me Tender or something like that. And then I'll write it. I'll write it so that you can't actually decipher it. You know it's writing, but you can't decipher it. And things like that, just in these spaces that shows up. Yeah. Right, there we are. So I've decided to leave it at that. Now, what you can do is you can either frame the whole thing, you know, get a mount that size, or you could cut the painting into two and have it something like that. Or I favour this one. That you'd have to cut the painting, obviously, but that's all right. You could probably get you might get two out of that. Anyway, there we are. There's lots of things you can do. If you didn't like certain parts of it, you know, you can just get that, and that would look, do you know what? That would look really, really nice, wouldn't it? Just say that part of it in a bathroom, or, you know, somewhere like that. It would be really, I think it would be really, really nice. Oh, I've got Barky Dog going by. You have to excuse him. He's so excited he barks the whole way up the road and down the road. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, so that would be, wouldn't that be attractive? You know, forget that part of it. Let's just look that out a minute. Look that out. See, that would be really, really attractive somewhere in a small space, you know. Anyway, so there we are. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. It would be really nice if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel. That would help me out a lot. And with that, I'll say bye for now. And as always, love from the land of mist and legend. See you next time.